Bitcoin alert, alert, alert. What the hell is going on? Welcome back to Crypto Fitness. I'm Jay. If you like making gains, make sure to subscribe, smash the like, share. Don't forget as well, I have a crypto trading secrets course coming out soon. If you want to learn how to leverage trade from A to Z, or even if you don't want to learn how to leverage trade, just regular trade, spot trade, swing trade. If you want to learn the basics, the intermediates, and the advanced strategies that a lot of the top crypto experts are using today to gain an advantage in the marketplace, and if you want to learn how to maximize your profits and minimize your losses, make sure to get on the waitlist for Crypto Trading Secrets. I will email you as soon as it is released. You'll be one of the first to get it. It is a free course. You don't have to pay a dime for it. But that being said, let's take a look at a couple fundamental pieces of news today and some technicals. So first piece of fundamental news, Jack Dorsey hints Twitter may integrate Bitcoin Lightning Network. So this is obviously bullish because Jack Dorsey, obviously the founder of Twitter, seems to be pretty bullish on Bitcoin and trying to make Twitter hopefully decentralized, which would be fantastic news because it's been a big problem of Twitter censoring a lot of what people have to say. Next piece of news, the Texas banks can now store Bitcoin for clients. So this is pretty bullish for the state of Texas because banks in Texas can now store Bitcoin. This is a big problem, transferring from like Coinbase to some of the big centralized banks. A lot of times they'll freeze your account and it just gets very, very annoying. And for us crypto investors, it's a hassle. So this is a bullish piece of news. Also, Wyoming is another state that has this banks can now store crypto. So that is bullish. The next piece of news is Reddit's co-founder is moving more of his fortune into Ethereum and not Bitcoin. So this is interesting because I think this narrative of Ethereum being ultimately flipping Bitcoin and being bigger than Bitcoin and having a better use case than Bitcoin, a lot of people are jumping on this train. And what do you think? You think that Ethereum is eventually going to be better than Bitcoin? Do you think that it's going to revolutionize the world? Do you think that Bitcoin is going to be better because it's a better store of value? What do you think? Comment down below. Next piece of news is that the XRP lawsuit, even if Ripple wins this motion, it won't mean that they'll be completely out of the water. They claim that they expect Ripple to defeat the SEC's option to dismiss their fair notice defense, and a lot of people are thinking that there's going to be a settlement sometime soon, and which could actually be bullish, as you know that Ripple is actually wanting to release an initial public offering for stock. And then the last piece of news, actually there's two more things. Ethereum Classic announces a Magneto upgrade. Will the price react? So actually, Ethereum Classic looks like they are starting a hard fork here. It's called the Magneto hard fork. They are migrating, and this could skyrocket the price. In fact, this paragraph here, it says Ether Plan's Donald McIntyre has asserted that it may continue to benefit from the volatility from ETH and Bitcoin markets. According to him, the price of Bitcoin will hit close to 125,000 by the end of the cycle, while Ethereum Classic's value would be 5% of Bitcoin's valuation. This would place ETH at a value between $900 and $1,000, if that's true. So a lot of people, some of the traditional Ethereum holders, this could be relatively bullish. So that, and then the last piece of news before we jump into the technicals of Bitcoin, last piece of news is that this weekend could be especially volatile because President Joe Biden is actually going to address the Bitcoin topic and crypto topic. So that could be relatively bearish, because obviously Joe Biden's clean energy plan seems to be in conflict with the way that Bitcoin is mined currently. Although moves are being made, like El Salvador is going to be creating clean, renewable Bitcoin mining through their volcanoes. That seems pretty promising, as well as they just adopted Bitcoin as their legal tender in the country. So there are positive steps being made towards cleaner Bitcoin. That being said, though, I can't imagine that Joe Biden and his green plan is going to support something like Bitcoin. So this could be relatively bearish, if we obviously depending on what he says about it. If it's relatively neutral, maybe we won't see much price action. But if we come here to, and that, by the way, is the last piece of news, fundamental news for today about Bitcoin and crypto.
Push-ups. 4, 3 elbows out, 2, run it up, 8, 7. Take a rest, y'all. Take a rest. Take a rest.
Holy shit.
Come on. Come on, y'all. Push.
But if we jump into the technicals here, you can see obviously we had this fake out right down here. We hit a low of looks like 31,000 or so, almost 31,000. This is the Bitstamp chart, and we had a little tiny little inverse head and shoulders here we broke out of, right? And we did get back into this symmetrical triangle, and it looks like we are holding for now. Although right now, look, we're getting this blood diamond here on this new candle. We did have, it's a 21 for the bears and the DBSI, so this looks like it could be going to the downside. We have been holding on the 1 hour chart. We have been holding these EMAs, the 200, 150 EMA. We did break the 20 EMA, as well as the market Cipher A ribbon as well, EMA ribbon. You can see that the money flows in the green on the 1 hour chart, as well as RSIs are overbought, and it looks like there could be some curvature here to the downside possibly. So that could, I mean, it looks like it's, I don't think it's going to hold this support here for very long. It looks like it's about to start going down. Let's move up to the higher charts. 15 on the DBSI for the 2 hour chart for the bears as well. We have a little red diamond here. If we go to the 3 hour chart, 15 on the DBSI, we've got red dot down here on the money flow wave, and or excuse me, the momentum oscillator, as well as oversold RSI. It's choppy right now. It's just kind of going in and out from money flow being in the red to the green, barely, just all the way, just flirting with the zero line on both sides. On the 4 hour chart, looks like we got 12 on the DBSI side of the downside, red candle. And look, I mean, all these candles are just they have wicks on both sides, which means that Bitcoin can't decide which direction it wants to go. And the bulls and the bears are in a fight right now. And but in my opinion, this whole pattern, this symmetrical triangle, is a neutral pattern. But in a steep bear trend, these tend to break down. These tend to be continuation patterns more than they are bullish patterns. So whatever the trend is, these tend to continue to break more towards the trend versus a reversal. And we can see that we've been in a steep decline since about May or so. So that being said, I personally think we're going to see more of a consolidation period and a cool down period. If you believe in the Wyckoff method, the distribution phase, right now we would either be in the phase E of Wyckoff distribution or phase A of Wyckoff accumulation, and both are going to be consolidation phases or down phases, bearish phases. Typically in the accumulation phase, you'll find some sort of a bottom, you'll come back up, hit a top, come back down, and you'll just kind of float like this. Maybe like obviously up like that, down like that, before eventually breaking out of the accumulation. But that can take several months, just like the distribution phase took several months. You can see that this first peak here was February 18th-ish, and this whole distribution phase lasted several months until May, from February to May. So in my opinion, I think that if we are going to be in an accumulation period for Wyckoff, the Wyckoff method, I think it's going to take several months. I mean, it could take, at least several weeks, if not several months, and according to the Wyckoff method himself, it could take up to a year. So, this could be relatively, maybe, I don't know, maybe the end of the year, who knows? Who knows how long it's going to be? I've tracked a few points myself, the next important date that I have tracked myself is August, so that could be maybe a time to look out for, maybe a breakout to the upside, who knows, we'll have to see, but that's just my opinion. If we look at the market cipher, like weekly and monthly, I mean, it's red, it's looking bearish, right? We have a confirmed red dot here on the monthly time frame, headed to the downside, VWAP is heading to the downside, money flow wave is heading down, RSI is heading down, I mean, that's classic bearish, as well as the weekly is still in a bearish pattern as well, although it does look like it's curving, flattening out, hopefully. The VWAP looks like it is flattening out, heading to the upside. RSIs are still overbought, but this momentum oscillator is coming down. And we can see some curvature here as well, right? We can see curvature, right? And that curvature, Bitcoin's like a locomotive, so if it just continues, it doesn't just start going downhill and then just V-shaped recovery right after that, right? It's got to flatten out and then be able to come back to the upside, right? And who knows how long that could take, right? That could take weeks, that could take months, and depending on the news, depending on the fundamentals, I mean, it depends on a lot of things. So that is where we are right now for Bitcoin, and that is some of the fundamental news that we have going on at the current moment. And hopefully, I mean, we can. It's hard to say right now with what's going on with this symmetrical triangle. I imagine within the next few hours, next probably day at the most, we're going to see. I mean, and as of right now, it looks like we are getting something because look at this. We have a blood diamond here with a 21 on the DBSI. So this is not necessarily looking very good. It looks like it's going to break to the downside, in my opinion. And but a break is imminent here. A breakout or a breakdown is imminent here in the next. Who knows? Now it looks like it's starting to break this EMA ribbon. We're testing some of these lower. We're wicking down to the 100 and 200 day EMA, or I guess I should say the 100 and 200 hour EMA, right? Because this is the hourly chart. So we're testing those areas right now. And yeah, I mean, this is not looking very good at the current moment. Obviously, if Bitcoin dumps, everything else is going to dump as well. So that is an update on Bitcoin today. And don't forget about crypto trading secrets. I'm working on it as we speak currently, and got the first module just about completed, and we'll be releasing it as soon as I'm finished with getting everything set up, as well as recording all the videos and making sure that everything flows smoothly so you can get the best experience. And if you want to learn how to trade with leverage, without leverage, if you want to learn how to set up multiple accounts, if you want to learn about sell walls, if you want to learn about CME gaps and futures contracts, and the best times to get into altcoins, how to understand market cipher A, market cipher B, how to create winning trades, how to turn losing trades into winning trades, how to maximize your profits and minimize your losses, how to dollar cost average in and dollar cost average out, and lots of other strategies and techniques and fundamental analysis to take your trading to the next level. Be sure to get on my waitlist for Crypto Trading Secrets. And it is a free course, and because it is free, if you'd like to donate, support my channel, support my work, so that I get more work out to you guys faster, be sure you can donate any amount of money or crypto that you feel is equal to the value of the information in this video or any of my other videos. Links to my Cardano, Ethereum, and Bitcoin addresses are in the description below. And last but not least, if you like making gains in your body, mind, and portfolio, be sure to keep it locked here on my channel. Subscribe, share, hit the like, and I'll see you in the next one.